Somebody once said, Olamide, how many big brothers do you have? How many big sisters do you have in this America? And I'm like, you know what? My behavior is not bad. Mm? In this life, I have good character. Before I go and shout out to one of my America big brothers for getting me this microphone. Yay! All right, so yeah, I got a lot of thoughtful gifts. This last birthday, and I actually did not post a wish list, like anywhere, but it was just amazing that I got a lot of gifts. So I think my circle is expanding and I'm having more quality people that are giving me quality stuff around me. Well, okay, stop there before I start saying what I was supposed to say. All right, so yeah, today, what are we going to talk about? Please, if you're new here, please join the train and subscribe to this channel for content on good perspective to different aspects of life, love, academic, faith, my lifestyle, and what have so let's go to the business of the day. I'm going to talk about inheriting other people's enemies. So there are some aspects of life that sometimes we don't pay attention to in this present day because they're just like subtle, they're just there, they're not really obvious and all of that. So I'm going to talk about when you have friends with somebody, you're friends with somebody and you guys have a mutual friend, and something, maybe things went south between them, and one of the parties is expecting you that you take sides and ditch the other person. So, and I was asking somebody, and I'm like, if I'm probably not cool with someone that what would you do? How would you handle it? And this person was wise enough to tell me that the first thing he is going to do is ask both parties what's up, like weigh the matters without sentiment. Again, weigh the matter without sentiment. So there are some fights that it is not your cross to carry. Like it is actually none of your business. It's just like maybe two parties misunderstanding each other and they are refusing to, bend to each other's terms. But there are some offense that you just be like, no, I cannot be associated with this person. Not because you did it to that person, because if you can do this to someone, there is this high chance that you can do the same to me. Let's talk about the extreme. Like you are friends with somebody who turned out to be a rapist and you still want to be closely knitted to the person. So you can relate with people like that, or you might not even relate with them at all. You might just be from at arm's length here. So I'm not talking about the extremes. I'm talking about issues that is not directly connected to you and is not something that is inhumane, something that does not concern humanity. Everybody is still breathing, everybody is fine, and all of that. So in a situation whereby Mr. A and B, and it's Mr. A's birthday, and you decided to say, okay, let me post Mr. A's picture, give him all the accolades that you think it deserves. Then Mr. B comes to say, yo, despite the fact that you know that me and this guy, me and this guy, we are not cool, we are still all about him, kinekon, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nope. You don't put that burden on me to become an enemy of this person because you have a misunderstanding. I don't think it's wise for you to inherit everybody's enemies. So if it now turns out that later in life, eh, this person and this other person makes up, how do you make up with the person? Because what exactly is your business along the line? So there are different perspective to loyalty. That you're loyal does not mean that you fight with everybody your friends are fighting with. At the end of the day, you will just have thousands of enemies. This one blinked their eyes somehow to your friend, you two are blinking eye. It's so immature that you fight with everyone that your friends are fighting with. So I've been in that situation whereby I know two persons are not cool. I'm going to relate with you the way I will relate with this party, relate with the other party. It is none of my business. All right. So it is now in my own words discretion now to know that these guys are not cool. Whatever relates to this guy, I will not discuss with this one. Whatever relates with this person, I will not discuss with the other person. I'm just on the lane trying to tell you guys, hey guys, you guys should probably make up if I think it's something that they can still reconcile. There are some things that will happen to some people in life. Just leave them alone. Just advise them. You guys don't become enemies for life. Just forgive this person and probably move on. It is fine. I mean, it is very okay if you decide not to be closely related with some persons in life, like all through your life journey. I mean, people fall out along the way, but just know that at the back of your mind, wherever you are, you have nothing against the person, but you just don't want to be as close as you were to this person again. You get it? But in a situation whereby you feel like, guys, this matter, you feel to reconcile her now. Hey, you can be telling that, guys, you guys should just let this thing go. It's not that you will now put petrol in the burning bush and say, okay, is this one that I'm supporting? And you just mess up with your number one, your own personal character. You will mess up with your personality as a whole because you will be fighting everywhere, because you are not even fighting your own direct it's not like your own direct issue. You are fighting on behalf of this person, fighting on, no, I don't think it's cool. I don't think it's necessary. And also, if you have an issue with someone, don't put that responsibility on your friends to say, don't talk to this person again. No, you can't tell me not to talk to the person again unless it's a matter of life and death or something that is against humanities. Like, no, there is no way I'm talking to this person. But if it is not that, don't think because you're fighting somebody I should join you in the fight. All right, see, everybody has a race to run. So let us just be on our lane. That way, sure you get. But in a situation whereby you have somebody, maybe you have a sibling, somebody did something terrible to your sibling. I mean, or somebody did something terrible to your friend. Like terrible, by terrible, I'm talking about worst case scenario. Like this thing does not make sense. You're not fighting with this person involved or the culprit now. You're not fighting with them. But you're just like, you can't do this to somebody I love dearly and just think you would come into my space and be jumping and I'll just be all shining teeth, laughing unnecessarily. So I can just relate with you at arm's length, but it's not that I'm going to your DM. I'm like, it will not be better for the people that want you and all of that. So I think it's loyalty to say, oh, what you did to this person. You can't expect that you hurt maybe the wife of somebody so much, and you expect the husband, every time the husband sees you, the husband is going to your house to go and eat kinekon, but the husband can see you outside and say good afternoon and not necessarily box your face. I mean, sometimes it's just maturity in how that you live your life, um being at peace with all men. Honestly, recently I got another perspective to you being at peace with all men. Being at peace with all men does not mean that everybody is in my space. Personally, I love to guard my space. I don't know, like it's more like there is like a gate, like no, don't just enter, like stay there. But really, what I'm trying to say is that I'm at peace with you, but does not mean you have to be in every part of my life. Sure, you understand? So you can actually relate with people without them being in your space like that. So even if that person is fighting your friend, you can relate with the person and not diverge information that has to do with your friend to the other person. You can manage both parties, but you now being at the forefront, inheriting everybody's enemies. Once you hear something that this person, you need to see what this person did yesterday. I'm like, this thing does not make sense. Once you hear something like that, you don't pick up fights and you are fighting everybody. Oh my goodness. And before we know it, everywhere you go, you're a fighter. It's not a good thing. Yeah, so avoid inheriting other people's enemies. Like just know how to manage when your mutual friends have conflicts. Mm? Anyhow, I think that's what I want to share today. On the subject of Olamide's thought, I hope that our heads are correct in all things. Yeah. Do well to give me a thumbs up if you like this video and share if you like this video also. Bye.
One minute got Simawala, yeah.